Mina woke up to the sound of her alarm. The sun was just rising, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange. Today was important. She had been waiting for this day for weeks. She was going to interview for her dream job at Novatech, one of the most respected technology companies in the city. Her heart raced with excitement, but also with a little fear. She wanted everything to be perfect. She got out of bed and quickly washed her face. She dressed in a neat blue blouse and a black skirt, the outfit she had chosen carefully. Mina sat at her small desk and opened her notebook. She had written down answers to possible questions and practiced them the night before. She whispered to herself, "I can do this. I am ready." Her apartment was small but cozy. The walls were decorated with a few posters of space and stars. Mina had always been fascinated by technology and space. She dreamed of creating machines that could make life easier for people. Today was the first step toward that dream. Mina grabbed her bag and stepped outside. The city streets were busy. People rushed to work, cars honked, and buses moved quickly along the roads. Mina walked briskly, trying to reach the shuttle that would take her to the Novatech headquarters. She checked her watch. She had 20 minutes. That was enough. As she turned a corner, she noticed something unusual. An old man was struggling to carry a large, heavy package. It looked too heavy for him. He stumbled slightly, and the package almost fell. Mina hesitated for a moment. She knew she had to keep moving or she would be late for her interview. But then she thought about the man. He looked tired and worried. Without thinking twice, Mina ran toward him. "Excuse me, sir. Can I help you with that?" she asked. The old man looked surprised but relieved. "Oh, thank you, young lady. This package is heavier than I thought. I am not as strong as I used to be," he said with a gentle smile. Mina took the package carefully from him. It was heavy, but she managed to hold it with both hands. The man walked beside her slowly, grateful for her help. "I am Gray," he said. "And you are?" "Mina," she replied, smiling. "I am on my way to an important interview, but I couldn't leave you struggling." Mr. Gray nodded. "Kindness is always more important than anything else," he said. His voice was soft but firm, and it made Mina feel that her choice was the right one. They walked together toward the shuttle stop. Mina struggled a little with the package, but she did not complain. She focused on keeping it steady and making sure Mr. Gray did not have to carry anything. Along the way, he told her small stories about his life. He spoke about his travels, the people he had met, and the lessons he had learned. Mina listened, fascinated. Finally, they reached the shuttle stop. Mina carefully placed the package on the ground. Mr. Gray smiled at her. "Thank you, Mina. You have a good heart. People like you make the world better," he said. Mina felt a warm feeling inside. She was happy to help, even though she was worried about being late. "I hope my interview is not over," she said nervously. Mr. Gray patted her shoulder. "Don't worry too much. Whatever happens, remember that you did the right thing. That matters more than anything else." Mina smiled and waved goodbye. She ran toward the shuttle, her bag bouncing on her shoulder. She checked her watch again. 15 minutes had passed while she helped Mr. Gray. She hoped she would still have time. As the shuttle moved through the busy streets, Mina looked out the window. Her mind was filled with excitement and worry. She wondered what kind of questions the interviewers would ask. She hoped she could show them how passionate and skilled she was. She practiced some answers silently, moving her lips in small whispers. The shuttle stopped near Novatech. Mina jumped out and ran toward the building. Her heart pounded in her chest. She arrived at the front desk and asked the receptionist for her interview. The receptionist looked at her with a small frown. "I am sorry, The interviews are over for today, she said politely. Mina's heart sank. She felt a heavy weight in her chest. She had missed it. She thought about the old man she helped and the time she spent with him. She realized that she had made the right choice, even if it cost her the interview. Mina took a deep breath. She felt proud of herself, but also worried about what to do next. She turned and started to walk away from the building. Her shoulders were straight, and her head was held high. Mina knew that life was full of surprises. She did not know what would happen next, but she hoped for something good. At that moment, she noticed the old man again. He was standing near the shuttle stop, looking directly at her and smiling. Mina felt a strange feeling of curiosity. Who was he really, and why did he seem to be waiting for her? Mina's journey had just begun, and she did not know that her act of kindness would lead to something she could never imagine. Mina stopped in her tracks. The old man was still standing there, holding his cane, smiling gently at her. She remembered how heavy his package had been and how he had struggled. There was something about him that made her feel calm, even though she was disappointed about missing her interview. "Mr. Gray?" she asked hesitantly. He nodded. "Yes, Mina. I thought you might be here." Mina frowned. "I am sorry I missed my interview. I tried my best, but I stopped to help you, and it cost me time." Mr. Gray chuckled softly. "And that is why I wanted to meet you. You made the right choice, and you do not even realize how important it is." Mina looked at him in surprise. "What do you mean?" He gestured toward a nearby bench and motioned for her to sit. Mina sat down, feeling curious. Mr. Gray leaned slightly on his cane and spoke slowly. "Mina, the world has many rules about success and timing. People say you must always be fast and careful with your schedule. But true character is shown by the choices you make when no one is watching, when you could take an easier path but you choose to help someone instead." Mina listened carefully. She remembered her own thoughts when she saw him struggling. She had worried about being late, but she had helped him anyway. Hearing him talk made her feel proud and nervous at the same time. "You helped me without expecting anything in return," Mr. Gray continued. "That is rare. Many people would have rushed past me, focused only on themselves. You acted with kindness. That quality is stronger than any resume or prepared answer." Mina felt her cheeks warm. She had never thought about kindness in this way. She had always believed hard work and skill were the keys to success. But now, sitting in front of Mr. Gray, she understood that character could change everything. "Why are you telling me this?" she asked quietly. Mr. Gray smiled. "Because I have a way to help people like you. People who are honest, kind, and brave. I am not just anyone. I have a position where I can give opportunities to those who truly deserve them, even if they do not follow the normal path." Mina's eyes widened. She looked at him carefully, trying to understand. "I don't understand," she said. "Are you saying, I am saying that sometimes, life gives second chances. And sometimes, the people you least expect to notice you are the ones who can change your path completely," he said, his eyes kind but firm. Mina felt a rush of hope and nervous excitement. She wanted to ask more, but she was unsure if she should. Mr. Gray seemed to understand her thoughts. "I have a small task for you," he said. "It is not an interview. I want to see how you respond to real situations. If you handle it well, it could be the beginning of something important." Mina's curiosity grew. She nodded carefully. "I am ready. What should I do?" Mr. Gray handed her a small card. On it was a simple message: "Visit me at Novatech headquarters today. Ask for me at the front desk. Just go there," he said. "Do not worry about being nervous. Just be yourself. That is all I ask." Mina held the card tightly in her hand. She felt a strange mix of excitement and fear. Could this be another chance at the interview she missed? She did not know, but she trusted him. Something about Mr. Gray made her believe he could guide her to the right path. She thanked him and said goodbye, but he called softly, "Mina, remember this. Kindness is not a weakness. It is a strength that can open doors you never imagined." Mina smiled and walked quickly toward the shuttle stop. Her mind was full of thoughts about Mr. Gray and his words. She felt different. Something had shifted inside her. The disappointment of missing the interview was no longer the most important thing. Helping someone had reminded her of what mattered most. On the shuttle, Mina could not stop thinking about the old man. Who was he really? Why did he seem to know so much about people? She held the card tightly and looked at it again. The words were simple, but they felt powerful. "Visit me at Novatech headquarters today." When the shuttle stopped, Mina stepped out and walked toward the massive glass building of Novatech. The sunlight reflected off the windows, making the building shine. Her heart beat fast, but this time it was not just about fear. It was also about hope. As she reached the front desk, she took a deep breath. She showed the card to the receptionist. "I am here to see Mr. Gray," she said politely. The receptionist looked at the card and then smiled. "Please go through the elevator to the executive floor. Someone will meet you there." Mina's legs felt light as she entered the elevator. She was about to meet Mr. Gray again, but she did not yet know that she was about to discover something that would completely surprise her. Her small act of kindness had started a chain of events she could never have imagined. And Mina was ready to see where it would lead. Mina stepped out of the elevator, her heart still racing. The executive floor was quiet and calm. The walls were decorated with modern art and soft lighting. She felt nervous, but also curious. She clutched the small card tightly in her hand, the name Mr. Gray written clearly. A young assistant approached her with a warm smile. "Mina? Mr. Gray is expecting you. Please follow me," she said. Mina followed, walking through the long hallway. The office doors were large and made of polished wood. She could hear faint voices from some of the rooms, but her attention was on what lay ahead. She wondered why Mr. Gray had asked her to come. Finally, they reached a large office at the end of the hall. The assistant knocked lightly on the door. "Mr. Gray, your guest has arrived," she said. "Thank you, Julia," a calm voice replied. Mina stepped inside. Her eyes widened. The office was spacious and elegant. There were shelves filled with books and awards, and a large desk in the center. Behind the desk sat the old man she had helped, but now he looked different. He was no longer just a frail old man struggling with a package. He was confident and strong, with a presence that filled the room. Mina froze for a moment, not believing her eyes. Then realization hit her slowly. You are Mr. Gray," she asked, unsure how to finish her sentence. Mr. Gray smiled kindly. "Yes, Mina. I am the CEO of Novatech. I suppose this surprises you." Mina's jaw dropped. "You, the old man I helped this morning, you are the CEO." He nodded gently. "That is correct. I wanted to meet you without the pressures of an official interview. I wanted to see who you really are, not just what you wrote on a resume." Mina felt a mix of awe and embarrassment. She had been worried about missing her interview, but now she realized that the person she had helped was far more important than any interview schedule. I didn't know," she said softly. "I was just trying to help. I didn't think it would. I didn't expect this." Mr. Gray leaned back in his chair, studying her with kind eyes. "Mina, you made a choice that many people would not. You chose kindness over speed, integrity over convenience. That is a rare quality, and it shows true character." Mina felt a warmth in her chest. She realized that her small act of helping someone had made a difference in a way she could never have imagined. "I always thought getting this job depended on interviews and skills," she admitted. "I didn't know that character could matter more." Mr. Gray nodded. "Skills and preparation are important, yes. But skills without heart and honesty are empty. People who lead with integrity inspire others, and that is the foundation of true success." Mina listened carefully, absorbing every word. She thought about the package, the struggle, and how she had carried it without complaint. She had worried about her own future, but helping someone else had felt right. Now she understood that right choice mattered more than perfect timing. Mr. Gray smiled. "I want to give you an opportunity. I am not going to call this an interview. It is a chance to join our company, to learn, and to grow. I can see that you have the qualities we value most." Mina's eyes widened. Are you offering me a position?" she asked, hardly believing it. "Yes," he said gently. "A chance to start your career here, not because you arrived on time or answered questions perfectly, but because you acted with kindness and courage." Mina felt a surge of excitement and gratitude. She had worried about missing her interview, but now she realized that her actions had opened a door she never expected. She nodded eagerly. "I promise I will do my best and make the most of this opportunity." Mr. Gray leaned forward, his eyes kind and encouraging. "I believe you will, Mina. Remember this lesson: the right choice, even when difficult, can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Never forget that character is stronger than timing, and kindness is more powerful than any skill alone." Mina smiled, feeling inspired. She felt proud of herself and thankful for the chance to prove her worth in a different way. She realized that helping someone had not been a mistake, it had been the right path all along. As she left the office, she felt a new sense of purpose. The world was full of challenges, but she understood now that integrity, honesty, and kindness could guide her through anything. She had learned that the smallest actions could lead to the biggest opportunities. Mina walked through the hallway, feeling confident and ready for the journey ahead. Today had started as a day of worry and fear, but it had turned into a day of hope and new beginnings. She knew that her life was about to change, and she was excited to see what the future would bring. Mina returned to the office the next morning. She was no longer nervous about interviews. Instead, she felt a sense of purpose. The memory of Mr. Gray's words and his surprising offer filled her with excitement. Today, she would meet him again and begin learning more about the company. She entered the sleek Novatech building and walked confidently through the hallways. Julia, the assistant, greeted her with a warm smile. "Mr. Gray is ready to see you," she said. "Follow me, please." Mina followed Julia to the large executive office. The sunlight poured through the tall windows, making the room glow. Mr. Gray was sitting behind his desk, reading some documents. He looked up and smiled when he saw her. "Good morning, Mina," he said warmly. "I am glad you are here. Today, I want to talk about more than work. I want to share some lessons I have learned over many years." Mina nodded, eager to listen. She sat down across from him, her notebook ready. She knew this would not be a regular lesson but something far more important. "Many people think success comes from skills alone," Mr. Gray began. "They believe working hard and following instructions is enough. But I have learned that character is just as important. A person who leads with honesty, kindness, and courage can achieve far more than someone with only skill." Mina thought about the morning she helped him. She remembered carrying his heavy package and the small conversation they had. She realized that one simple act of kindness had brought her here. Mr. Gray continued. "I have watched many people in my life. Some are brilliant at their jobs, but they lack integrity. Others may not have perfect resumes but have hearts that guide them to make the right choices. Those are the people who inspire others, who create real change. That is why I noticed you, Mina. Mina listened carefully. She felt proud but also humble. She had always believed that hard work was the key to success, but now she understood that how she treated others mattered just as much. Character is shown in small actions, Mr. Gray said. It is in the choices you make when no one is watching. Helping someone without expecting anything in return is a powerful sign of strength. Courage is not only in facing danger, but also in standing up for what is right. These qualities will guide you through life better than any instruction manual. Mina nodded. I understand now. Helping you this morning was the right thing to do, and I see that it mattered more than my schedule or my interview. Mr. Gray smiled. Exactly. And this is why I wanted to give you a chance. I wanted to see the real you, beyond papers and questions. The world often rewards the wrong reasons. We want to reward the right reasons. That is the foundation of Novatech. We value people who act with heart and lead by example. Mina felt inspired. She realized that the company was not just about technology or innovation, but about people. She wanted to contribute in the same way, with integrity and care. Mr. Gray leaned forward slightly. Tomorrow, you will start your first project. It will not be simple, but it will teach you how to work with a team, how to make decisions, and how to solve problems while keeping your values intact. I will guide you, but the lessons will be yours to learn. Mina's eyes lit up. I will do my best, Mr. Gray. I promise I will work hard and follow your guidance. He nodded approvingly. I believe you will. And remember, mistakes are part of learning. What matters is how you respond to them. Always act with honesty and courage. That will lead you to success more than any perfect answer ever could. Mina left the office feeling motivated. She understood now that her journey was not only about work, but about growing as a person. Her kindness, courage, and honesty had opened the door to this opportunity, and she was determined to honor it. Walking through the halls of Novatech, she looked around at the people working with focus and energy. She felt part of something bigger than herself. She realized that the lessons she would learn here would shape not just her career, but her life. Mina knew that helping Mr. Gray had been only the beginning. From this day forward, she would face challenges, make decisions, and meet new people. Each choice would test her character, and she was ready for it. She smiled to herself, feeling confident and inspired. For the first time, she understood that the right choices and a good heart were more powerful than any plan or schedule. And she was ready to prove it, starting today. Mina arrived early at Novatech, her notebook and pen ready. She felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. Today she would begin her first project under Mr. Gray's guidance. She wanted to do her best and show that she deserved the chance she had been given. Julia, the assistant, met her at the entrance. Good morning, Mina. Mr. Gray is waiting for you. He has prepared a small team for your project, she said with a smile. Mina followed Julia to a bright, modern workspace. Several people were already gathered around a table, discussing ideas quietly. They looked curious when Mina walked in. She gave them a polite smile. Hello, I am Mina. I am excited to work with you, she said. One of the team members, a young man named Leo, nodded. Welcome, Mina. We heard Mr. Gray has high hopes for this project, he said. Mina felt a bit nervous but tried to stay calm. She reminded herself of Mr. Gray's advice. Kindness, honesty, and courage mattered more than worrying. She had a chance to make a difference, and she would do her best. Mr. Gray arrived shortly after, walking with his usual calm confidence. He greeted each team member warmly and then turned to Mina. Today, you will lead a small project, he said. It will challenge you, but it will also teach you important lessons. Work with your team, listen carefully, and make decisions with care. Remember, integrity and collaboration are more important than speed. Mina nodded, feeling determined. She listened as Mr. Gray explained the project. It involved designing a new software system to help communities manage resources efficiently. The task was complex, but it was also meaningful. Mina felt inspired. As the team began discussing ideas, Mina noticed that some members were hesitant to speak. She remembered Mr. Gray's words about kindness and courage. She encouraged everyone to share their thoughts. "I want to hear your ideas. Every suggestion is valuable," she said. Gradually, the team became more active. They discussed different approaches, shared examples, and worked together. Mina made sure everyone felt included and respected. She asked questions, listened carefully, and offered suggestions without taking control. After a few hours, the team faced a problem. Their ideas did not fit together well, and progress slowed. Mina felt a bit frustrated, but she remembered Mr. Gray's advice about handling challenges with honesty and patience. She spoke calmly to the team. "It is okay. Let's take a step back and see how we can combine our ideas. We can find a solution if we work together." The team nodded, inspired by her attitude. Slowly, they adjusted their plan and started collaborating more effectively. Mina felt proud of how everyone contributed. She realized that leading with kindness and listening to others was more powerful than forcing her own ideas. By the end of the day, the team had a working prototype. It was not perfect, but it was a strong start. Mina felt a deep sense of accomplishment. Mr. Gray returned to check on their progress. He smiled at the team and then looked at Mina. "Well done, Mina. You led your team with patience, courage, and integrity. That is exactly the kind of leadership we value at Novatech." Mina felt a warm feeling of pride. She had not only completed her first project but had also earned respect from her colleagues. She realized that her small act of helping Mr. Gray had led to this moment, where she could show her true abilities. After the project review, Mr. Gray spoke privately to Mina. "You have potential beyond your skills," he said. "Many people with knowledge fail because they lack character. You have proven that your heart guides your actions. That is rare and valuable." Mina smiled, feeling inspired. "Thank you, Mr. Gray. I will continue to work hard and do my best," she said sincerely. He nodded. "This is only the beginning. Your journey here will have more challenges, but each one will help you grow. Keep leading with integrity, and you will achieve great things." As Mina left the office, she felt a strong sense of purpose. She realized that the lessons she was learning were not just about work, but about life. Helping others, listening, and leading with honesty had brought her here. Walking through the hallway, she noticed the team smiling and chatting. She felt proud to be part of a group where every person's contribution mattered. Mina understood that true success was about collaboration, respect, and making a difference in the world. That evening, Mina returned home, her mind full of ideas and plans. She knew that her journey at Novatech had just begun, but she felt ready. She had discovered the power of kindness, courage, and honesty. And she was determined to use those qualities to create a bright future. Mina smiled to herself, knowing that her small act of helping Mr. Gray had opened the door to an extraordinary opportunity. She was ready to face whatever came next, confident that her heart and character would guide her toward success. Mina arrived at Novatech feeling confident after her successful first project. She had gained the respect of her team and the guidance of Mr. Gray. But today, she sensed that a new challenge awaited her. She could feel the excitement and tension in the air as she entered the office. Julia greeted her warmly. "Good morning, Mina. Mr. Gray is expecting you in his office. He has an important task for you today." Mina nodded, her curiosity growing. She followed Julia to the executive office, walking past the rows of glass walls and buzzing workstations. The office seemed calmer than usual, but Mina could sense the seriousness of the day. Mr. Gray was already there, reviewing some documents. He looked up and smiled. "Good morning, Mina. Today, you will face a challenge that is not only about skills but about judgment and courage. Are you ready?" Mina straightened in her chair. "Yes, Mr. Gray. I am ready." He handed her a small folder. Inside were details of a project that involved coordinating a new system for emergency relief in several cities. The system required careful planning, fast decisions, and teamwork under pressure. Any mistake could delay aid to those in need. "This project will test your decision-making and leadership," Mr. Gray explained. "It is designed to see how you act under pressure and how you handle responsibility. Remember the lessons you have learned: honesty, kindness, and courage guide every choice you make." Mina nodded again, feeling both nervous and determined. She understood that this task was bigger than any she had done before. She met with her team and explained the project. "This will be challenging, but I know we can do it together. We must think carefully and act quickly to make sure everything runs smoothly." The team listened carefully and began to work. Mina divided responsibilities and encouraged everyone to speak up with ideas. She reminded herself to lead with patience and respect, as Mr. Gray had taught her. Soon, a problem arose. One of the cities reported unexpected delays in receiving supplies, and the system needed an immediate adjustment. Some team members panicked, unsure how to respond. Mina took a deep breath. She remembered Mr. Gray's words, "Courage is shown in difficult moments." "We can solve this," she said calmly. "Let's think carefully and work together. We will find the best solution." She guided the team step by step. They analyzed the situation, suggested alternatives, and tested their ideas. Mina listened to each member and made decisions based on the best information. Slowly, the system began to work smoothly again. By the end of the day, the project was a success. Supplies reached the cities on time, and the team celebrated their achievement. Mina felt a deep sense of pride. She had faced a real challenge, made important decisions, and led her team through it. Mr. Gray entered the workspace and observed the team. He smiled and approached Mina. "Well done, Mina. You handled the situation with courage and wisdom. You guided your team with patience and honesty. That is the quality of a true leader." Mina felt a warm glow of pride. She had learned that leadership was not about giving orders but about listening, supporting, and making thoughtful choices. Her small acts of kindness and courage had prepared her for moments like this. He continued, "Challenges will always appear in life, sometimes unexpectedly. What matters is how you respond. Today, you proved that you can face pressure with integrity and lead others effectively. That is more valuable than any skill or knowledge alone." Mina smiled. She realized that her journey at Novatech was teaching her more than work skills. She was learning how to make the right decisions, how to support others, and how to act with courage even when the outcome was uncertain. As she left the office that evening, Mina felt confident and inspired. She had faced a true test and had succeeded. She understood that challenges were opportunities to grow, and that integrity and courage would guide her through anything. Walking through the busy streets on her way home, she thought about the morning she helped Mr. Gray with his package. That single act of kindness had led to everything she had achieved so far. Mina smiled, realizing that small choices could create extraordinary opportunities. She was ready for whatever came next. Mina knew that her path would continue to have challenges, but she felt prepared. With courage, honesty, and kindness, she could face anything and continue to grow as a person and a leader. Mina walked into Novatech with a sense of excitement and confidence. The past few weeks had been filled with learning, challenges, and small victories. She had faced her first project successfully and led her team through a difficult emergency task. Today felt different. She sensed that something important awaited her. Julia greeted her with a smile. "Good morning, Mina." Mr. Gray asked to see you in his office. He has something to share with you. Mina nodded, her heart beating faster. She followed Julia through the quiet halls. She remembered the first day she had met Mr. Gray as an old man struggling with a heavy package. Who would have thought that simple act of kindness would lead to all this? When she entered the office, Mr. Gray was already waiting, standing near the window. The sunlight made the room glow. He turned to her and smiled warmly. "Mina, come in. I have watched your progress closely, and I am very impressed," he said. Mina felt a surge of pride, but she remained humble. "Thank you, Mr. Gray. I have learned so much already. I am grateful for the guidance and the opportunities." Mr. Gray nodded. "You have shown patience, courage, and integrity in every challenge. You led your team with kindness and thoughtfulness. Those qualities are what make a person truly successful." Mina listened carefully, feeling inspired. She remembered the mornings of preparation, the projects, and the emergency tasks. Each moment had taught her something valuable. She realized that her journey was more than work, it was about growing as a person. "I want to offer you a permanent position in our company," Mr. Gray continued. "Not because you arrived on time or had the perfect answers in an interview, but because you acted with a good heart and strong character. You have shown qualities that inspire others and create real change." Mina's eyes widened. She felt a mix of excitement, gratitude, and disbelief. I am honored, Mr. Gray. I will do my best to live up to your trust," she said sincerely. He smiled and handed her a small folder. Inside were documents outlining her new role, responsibilities, and opportunities to grow within the company. "This is just the beginning, Mina. Your journey here will continue to challenge you, but I know you will succeed. Remember, every decision you make matters. Lead with integrity and kindness, and you will always find the right path." Mina felt a warmth in her chest. She thought about the first day she helped Mr. Gray with his package. That simple act had started a chain of events that had transformed her life. She had learned that small choices, when guided by kindness, could open doors beyond imagination. She smiled at him. "I promise to lead with honesty, courage, and care. I will never forget the lessons I have learned here." Mr. Gray nodded. "I know you will. Your story is a reminder to everyone at Novatech that character matters more than anything else. People like you make a company stronger and a world better." As Mina left the office, she felt a sense of pride and purpose. She walked through the hallways, seeing colleagues she had worked with on projects. They greeted her with smiles and respect. She realized that she had not only earned a job but had become a valued member of a team where every person mattered. Her thoughts turned to the future. She could imagine herself working on more projects, helping communities, and leading teams with integrity. She knew that challenges would come, but she felt ready to face them. Mina understood now that courage, honesty, and kindness were her strongest tools, more powerful than any skill alone. That evening, Mina walked home through the city streets, feeling inspired. The lights of the buildings reflected on the sidewalks, and the sounds of the city felt like music. She thought about the journey she had traveled from helping an old man on the street to becoming a recognized and trusted member of a leading company. She smiled, knowing that her life had changed forever. The act of helping someone in need had taught her lessons she could never have learned in a traditional interview. Mina realized that success was not just about achieving goals, but about how she treated others, the decisions she made, and the values she upheld. As she reached her apartment, Mina looked at the stars through her window. She remembered her dreams of creating technology that made life better. Now she understood that her dreams were not only about machines or systems, but about people. She could make a difference, not just through work, but through kindness, courage, and integrity. Mina took a deep breath and smiled. She was ready for the future, confident that her choices and her heart would guide her to success. The journey that began with a small act of helping someone had turned into a bright and promising path. She knew that many opportunities awaited her, and she was ready to embrace them all with honesty, courage, and a good heart. Mina's life had changed forever, and she was determined to make every step forward meaningful. She had learned that true success is measured not just by achievements but by the impact one leaves on others and the world. And with that thought, Mina looked ahead with hope, ready to continue her journey at Novatech and beyond, knowing that her kindness and courage would light the way.